Greetings. Hi, my name is Tom Catanese, and industry leaders call me the godfather of the gift basket and gift creation industry. I'm famous for creating Rolls-Royce gifts, Hollywood celebrity gifts. Back in 1986 at our Fancy Food Show, I created the first Rolls-Royce gift. It took me 5 months of planning and 10 hours to actually create. It's on YouTube, so if you want to search for it, you just search for gift wrapping Rolls-Royce. All right. Some of the gifts that I've done over the years, I did a second Rolls-Royce that you'll see in the silver color later on, a few years later. And then in 1985, I received a call from Hollywood, from Paramount Studios, and they were asking me to create a gift for Steven Spielberg. They had called 10 different gift basket stores out there to create a gift for Steven. He had just finished the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. And when everyone heard about the movie, it was World War II, lots of blood and guts, the Arabs, the snakes, that sort of thing. They said, well, how can we create a gift about the movie? So I put my hat on and I started thinking about it, and I was using the words to get me excited. And what you're going to see now is what I did for Steven Spielberg. When he received it, the black things that you see are all snakes coming out of the bottom of the basket. And when you touch the basket, all the snakes are bobbing because they're plastic up and down. So he was really very excited to see it. He jumped up on his desk. The next gift that I designed for the cast parties was for Dynasty, which was a 1980s TV soap. After that, I did Dallas, then Love Boat, and then E.T. So all of these are celebrity gifts that I've designed. I've designed over 1,000 gifts since 1977. So, and I put on over 100 sales, marketing, and business seminars for people who are in business and people who want to start a business. I want to talk to you today about Father's Day. You know, fathers have a tendency to get a little shortchanged when their holiday comes up as compared to Mother's Day. So what I did was, about a month ago, I started to think about what I would send to my father if he were still living. And what I did was, if you look to this gift over here, you'll see all of the different pictures of my father's life over his lifetime, from the time he was born, little boy, teenager, young adult, and all of that. And I'm going to go into that. That's going to be the third basket that we're going to talk about. But these two baskets are basically, the small basket on my right is really for children under 13, so that they can make a gift for their dad with their mom. And what makes this gift special is, underneath all of those M&M labels and cars are love letters to their dad, so that when the dad gets the gift, he's certainly opening all the M&M candies, and we know who those candies are for the children, but the important part is the letters from the dads that are underneath all those pictures. So that's the first gift that we're going to work on. The second gift is the taller gift. This is a gift that maybe a teenager or a young adult might put together for his dad if the father is into NASCAR. Most male gentlemen are into racing, motor racing, and watching that sport, or following it. So what I did was to very simply take all of the boxes that I've put together, and I've covered them in the same way that you wear clothes every day. I've taken all of the M&M logos and blown them up with a color copier, made them big enough, especially the yellow Mr. Yellow over here, I blew him up and I made a sign with him up here. Then this is a King's Crown. I got this basically at one of the party stores and added the NASCAR dad to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these down and show you how I put these together step by step and show you just how easy it is. The real trade secret here to what I'm doing is simple. It's cellophane tape. If you have cellophane tape, you can build anything as tall as you want. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate Father's Day. This is the smallest Father's Day gift that I created. And honestly speaking, gravity, I'm using gravity to work for me, and also, again, cellophane tape is going to help me hold this entire gift together. Let me show you the side view. We have about 8 boxes here, from small, medium to large boxes. Look at the side view. This is a slope. Look at the way it's sloped. Now, the important product here that's holding everything together, and I'm going to show you as I take this apart, this is a piece of cardboard that I've taken and simply covered in gift wrap. And what I'm doing is I'm using this in the same way when you lean back in your chair. If I took your backrest away from your chair, you're either going to have to sit up straight or you're going to fall over. So this backrest actually keeps all of this stuff almost like a dam. It keeps it in a slanted position. So what I want to do, let me turn it around now and show you the actual back. So I've covered it with gold foil, gold gift wrap foil, and then in the back also is the shredded material that I'm using. So the basket is a flat wicker tray. It has handles on it, and it's a very easy and quick packer. So I'm going to take it apart, and through the magic of video, when I come back, everything will be out of the basket and in front of me. Okay, I've taken everything out of the basket now, and all we have inside is heavy brown craft paper. If you can look in the back, you can see it right in here, all right? This is the shredded material that I'm using to fill in between. So I've put enough material in there in the brown paper to force, when I say force, I'm talking about forcing, keeping this unit stable. And if you can look real good, I have heavy 2-inch cellophane tape bonding here at the handle and there onto the cardboard, because this needs to be very, very stable. If it's not, it'll just either fall backwards in it. It's not going to hold anything up. So I've done that on both sides as you look at it. All right, so there's the side view. So you can see the tilt and the angle of the gift. All right. Now, at this point, my next position is going to be this box. Now, again, this can be a snack box, any kind of a box. So what I did was I took the M&Ms, the large bag of M&Ms, cut off the bottom of it, and then Scotch tape this over the top. I'm going to do the same thing over here with this. I'm going to bring this together over here, put it on an angle. Now, for me to anchor these, as you know this, see, they're just in there. There's no special way in there. I'm going to come back with the cellophane tape. Here's what you need. Obviously, you can go to any of the small dollar stores, Family Dollar, and get the little tiny rolls of cellophane tape. But this is really what if you're going to be doing any volume as far as a business goes, you really do need the bigger. So first I want to join these two boxes together, and then I want to join the boxes to the back of my backrest. So I'm going to secure that so they're not going to move on me. So everything that I put into the gift must be stabilized. If it's not stabilized, it's going to move until I get my wrap on it. Now, when I'm making this type of a gift for a personal gift for your dad, I'm not going to put wrap on it, because you're not delivering it to anyone. You're going to give it to him, and he's going to want to open it up, look at it, and open it up, and go that way. Now, my next product that I'm going to put in here is this guy right here, or I should say this gal. And what I have to do is I have to give this box a little bit of a shim. So I've got a small bag of coffee, little tiny bag of coffee that I'm going to tape on. And if you wanted to use double face tape, that would work too. And this will give me a little bit of a better show of this product, and it'll stay together. And that's going to go in there like that. All right. Then I'm going to come in here, and again, I'm marrying both of these boxes together. Little piece of tape, not really a whole lot. Do the same thing over here with this box. So what I did was I went to Google. I searched for NASCAR, M&M's race car, Kurt Busch photos, and 5 or 6 pages of M&M cars came up. Kurt Busch winning his awards, all of the different pictures that you need. Take those either black and white or color copies to a copy center, and then enlarge the photos as I've done here. This actually is a box of M&Ms, and I've taken one of the cars and covered it over. So whenever I want to turn a theme with a gift, I'm going to cover it either over in gift paper or in the photos or so on of what I'm trying to keep my theme to. I'm going to come back in here now, and now I'm going to put my centerpiece in here. And again, just a little bit of tape to secure him. Going to come back, put my candy bar in there, my bag of M&Ms in there. And at this point, now, all I need to do is put Mr. Kurt Busch up here and Scotch tape him in. I would do him in the front and in the back to make sure he doesn't wobble around. And now we have Mr. Yellow. So Mr. Yellow is going to go right here. And first I'm going to tape him to the big box in 2 or 3 places. Then I'm going to tape him to Kurt Busch. And that will keep him up. And then the last thing I need to do is to simply add the bow, a little piece of tape with that, and that'll secure the bow. Let me make sure we have, so if we have some loose shred in the front, just you take your scissors and cut it off. And there's our gift. We're finished. All right, I've taken the tall Father's Day gift apart, and basically I want to show you the mechanics. This is a cookie, Sara Lee cookie box here. Then I've got another chocolate chip box here, and I've got a turtle chocolates here. So all of these are stepping stones for what I'm going to build up onto to make this basket tall. So remember what I had said to you about the first gift. Let me move this over and bring this on here. Your foundation box. This is your foundation box. Here's the newspaper in the bottom. Here's my shred coming up. So if I turn this upside down, that box cannot move. If that box moves on you and falls out, you don't have enough paper wedged in the bottom to keep it from sliding. All right. Now look at what we have here. Do a close-up, Bob, of Dear Daddy. So this is one of the letters that is written to the daddy, and the child has Scotch taped it to the box so that when the father gets down to it, he'll see. So now what am I going to do? My next step is to make the next step to give me more height. And what I've done is I've taken 2 boxes that I'm going to put up on top. Let me also come back to show you the side view of this. Notice how this is in the back of the handle, and the reason that is in the back of the handle because I need to put this there. Now when I turn this around, let me get my little Lazy Susan here. When I turn this around, you're going to see there's the side view, all right? There's the front view. Again, here's more letters to Dad from the children, okay? And we're going to cover these over with M&M characters and cars and so on. So, as you can see, I've taped using 2-inch tape, using this type of tape. This is a box closing tape, and you can buy it in smaller rolls. And I've got a big swath going across here. I've got a big swath going down there. And these 3 boxes are not going to come apart. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put this up there like that. And for me just to temporarily hold it there, I'll take a piece of Scotch tape and go around the handle. The reason I selected a handle basket is because when you have a handle basket, you can build a bigger gift, a taller gift, because what you're doing is you're using this as a brace, all right? Now I'm going to take a larger piece of tape to ensure that that's not going to move. I'm going to put it up here, put it over the handle, bring it down, and I'm going to do the same thing in the back. I come around the back, here's my front, to make sure that those boxes are not going to move. Now, as far as the children's letters go, instead of you ripping off the paper to get to the letter, just simply take a pair of scissors and cut the tape in between the boxes so that the tape stays on the boxes and they won't damage the children's letter. So here's the basic foundation of my gift, and I would almost say that I should be able to almost turn this upside down without it moving. All right. Now, honestly speaking, if I wanted, I could put 2 more boxes up here. If I go higher than this, and I can, I have to have enough weight in the bottom to sustain it. I have to have ballast in the bottom, and you could either use Coca-Cola cans or soda cans or any kind of a container that's going to be heavy enough to support that. Let me put this back over here. So I want to make sure you do understand the letters have to go on first. And if you just take regular construction paper and let your child, so this gift would normally be for a teenager and younger. And again, the mother has to be included to make sure that she has the logistics of the shopping down right and bringing the products that are needed to create the gift. So now, let me turn it around because I'm going to do this. So you can see, look at the pictures. All of these pictures I took off of the web. I want to make sure you understand you are not infringing on any copyright. And the reason you're not infringing is because, number one, you are paying for the M&Ms. You're not selling the M&Ms. I mean, you really could, if you were a store, you could sell the M&Ms, as most, thousands and thousands of stores do. But if you were taking and stealing and copying these and then selling these photos, that's infringement of copyright. So you don't have to worry about that. So now I'm going to come back. Now, notice the side view here. I've got a slot in here. And I'm going to put that, and that's going to sit in there automatically. And then I'm going to come back with my 2-inch tape. And I'm going to do one. And I want to make sure I get the handle involved because the handle is going to be my support. And I'm going to put another piece back here. All right, so that's not going anywhere. That two-inch piece of tape is really going to hold it. In fact, it needs a little bit of a shim over here. Let me get it so I can get it level. All right, So the bottom is filled with newspaper, and then I come in with my shred. The lighter the shred, the lighter the gift. The lighter the shred, the lighter the gift. So when I'm finished, I'm going to have all ivory colored shred showing, and you'll be able to see the difference in what we're doing. This now is going to go on the top. I'm going to come over here. And again, I got all of the photos off the web. I enlarged the photos. I took them to a copy center. I made sure that they were color. I then cut them out and simply taped them over the boxes. So it's just a different concept than most basket people are used to doing. So there's the height that I want to get. I want to make sure that I've got the height. When people buy gifts, they often want a $100 basket for $39.95. So by having this concept of building and using cellophane tape to build the gift up higher, it gives you a better, much better effect. Now, here we're going to put his award there. And again, just a small piece of tape to link it. Hold it to those turtles. Now, do you notice it's rocking back and forth? So I'm going to give it a little more support. And that's simply because the box on the top is quite heavy. All right. Now I'm going to take and put this guy up here. So here he is. Here's the center of attraction. He's the winner. He's got the big silver. Now I'm going to take and place this in here. And I'm going to tape it to the award box. And that's actually a friction fit. I don't have to do a whole lot more with that. When I say a friction fit, I've gotten the box in there, wedged in there where it's not going to move. Let me just get a little bit of tape on this back here. Then we're going to come back in here, bring this guy up here like this. Scotch tape him there. Scotch tape him to Mr. Kurt. Bring him down here. I'm going to come in and cover up my shred. Put that in there like that. You know, and if you want, you could open a bag and just simply drop some M&Ms in there. That would fill in nicely. All right, now what we have is we've got this guy up here. We're going to put him, let me move this over a little bit. And we want to put this guy up here. And I'm going to do a better job. These are called sticker-doos, and they're much better than glue dots. Actually, they're very, very strong. You peel the backing. It's a double-faced unit, and that's going to hold. I don't even need to use any Scotch tape there. All we need to do now is to come back and put the king's crown up here. And there I have to use Scotch tape. on the back and do a little on the back. So this obviously, this gift obviously takes a good bit more time, and let me just tell you exactly what I did with Mr. Yellow. I cut Mr. Yellow out of one of the candy packaging, cut him out, took him to a Yellow Copy Center and enlarged him. Now, just to show you, under here is the letter from the child. Then what I'm going to do is simply Scotch tape this over him and put him in the basket. If you look on the very back here, I've cut out a piece of cardboard and mounted the picture onto the cardboard so that it's got some form to it. Otherwise, if you just put it on with the paper, it hasn't any support and it's going to fall over. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back with our bows. And again, I'll use the sticker doodles for the bows, and they go on real quick. If you have questions about any of the gifts, certainly go onto my website, and at the very bottom is my email. You can send me an email. I'll be happy to address any concerns or questions you might have. This gift is, honestly speaking, it's a for the first time you do it, it's a 45-minute gift. And you've got to go out and shop for the product. Now, if you've got teenagers, shopping for the product shouldn't be a problem. Now, let me just add some of the items down here. What I've done, again, at a party store, I got both the ribbon and the checker flags at a party store. You might have to go to 2 or 3 party stores before you get them, because not all of them have them. But and then I've got a few more here that I'll stick in here and there just to accent. Then we can turn it around. So there we go. This is a Lazy Susan, and most stores, most utensil stores have them anywhere from $5 to $8, $10. And if you're making gifts, it really does come in handy because you don't have to move the gift. All you have to do is turn the gift around, right? Now, if I was wrapping this with cellophane, I would not be concerned because everything that's in here is very secure and very tight. If many of the products in the gift were not, I would then use shrink film, especially if I was shipping it for sure, because shrink film does not rip like cellophane rips, all right? So, happy Father's Day, happy Daddy's Day. This is a brand new Father's Day gift you've never seen before. I did this for both my father and my mother many years ago, and it brought them to tears because they actually were looking at their entire life together. So first of all, assuming that your dad is still living, you and your mom is still living, you ask your mom for all of her family albums, and you tell her that you want to make your own family album, so you're going to copy. You're going to color copy them and then have your own family album, so that doesn't create any kind of a surprise for them. So then once you get these albums, select about 50, 60, or 70 individual photos from the time your father was a baby until he was a young boy, then he was a teenager, then he married your mom, during their wedding, where they went on their honeymoon, and then the birth of his children, and then all the way up to present day. So that you're going to take 5 11.5 by 17 sheets. And all you're going to do is glue stick these. You don't want to permanently mount them, because if you permanently mount them, then you're going to ruin your mother's photos. So you basically are color copying these, and then when you're finished with them, you can take and put them back in the album so that they're not damaged, you know, and maybe make a second copy for yourself anyway. So by you having all of these different sheets, you've now created gift paper for the boxes. So assuming you have 2 or 3 brothers and sisters, all right? So you need to find a box this size. Now, honestly speaking, you know, there's so many places that you can get different boxes. You need a box, a corrugated box that's a base that is strong enough to hold these other boxes. But I'm saying, you want to put a gift in there and possibly a letter to your dad. Do the same thing here. Maybe a shirt, whatever, whatever gift you want to give him. But obviously the letter is going to be more important. And then there's 4 boxes here. And so I've wrapped each one individually in the gift wrap. And as you can see up here, this is my mother and father's wedding picture, and then my mom's picture there. And then what I did was I went to a local trophy store and got a hold of a gold medal. I made a little tiny sign on the gold medal, below the gold medal, that said, "For the best father in the world." So, you know, when he saw it, he was dumbstruck. He had never seen anything like it. And everybody was admiring it, and he was really happy that we did it. And he started, I could see him tearing up a little bit, and then he caught himself. And I said, "Dad, it's okay to cry. You know, don't be worrying about that." So I've added some bows to give it a little bit more oomph. You could add balloons to the top of it. Certainly that'll add a little bit more energy. There's lots of things that you can do. You could put sparklers on the top, and if it's a birthday, you can light sparklers off, and that'll certainly do a nice job. But this is a fairly easy gift to do. But again, it takes time to put the pictures together. So again, it's a fairly easy gift to put together. I didn't wrap it, and again, because what I did was I used the 2-inch tape so that everything is bound to each other as you go all the way up. And you can do this with your mother. The one that I did for my mother, there's a store in Hollywood called the Hollywood Mega Store. They sell Oscar look-alike statues for $25. And for my mother's, I put an Oscar on the top, and it read, "For best performance in the role of a mother," and she was thrilled. So there's a lot of different things that you can do as far as the presentation goes. In 1981, I was in Las Vegas, and I was talking with one of the food and beverage people. And they said, "We need something special for our high rollers when they come to dinner for their birthdays." So I said, "All right, well, let me think about it and see what I can do." Now, first of all, this is a 3-liter bottle. This is not a small. This is the baby bottle of the big bottles. There are 5 bottles above this that go up, you know, this high. The secret of this, believe it or not, is nothing more than a paper towel, a large paper towel dowel. And what I've done here is to take cellophane, fold it in such a way, adhere it to the paper dowel, and then have the gold stars coming out from the top. That sort of thing. And again, if I was doing this for my parents, I would put sparklers on the top of it and add balloons to it. So you can see that it's a very impressive gift. And when you put this on the centerpiece of a table, people know that something special is happening at that table. So that's about it. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. If you're thinking of going into the gift business, the giftware business, the jewelry business, I am the expert. If you go to Google and enter America's Gift Creation, Gift Basket, and Jewelry Godfather, I'm going to come up number 1. I've been in the business since 1967. I've done over 100 national and international sales, marketing, and gift business seminars. So I can help you in ways that you won't understand. My customers are MGM Grand, Las Vegas Hilton, many of the wine and spirit stores, national wine and spirit stores across the country, Walt Disney World, Harry and David, people like that. So if they trust me to help them with their business, you can certainly trust me to help you with your business. All right? Thanks again. Spend some time on my website. Go into about us, and then go in and find an expert, and you'll see some of my credentials over the year. You don't get invited to London and Paris for nothing. I mean, what could I say to the French and the English? You know, I've got information that they don't have, and they were impressed with my presentations. So I say thank you. Bye.